Well, now we are coming in to the new year, and I am completely at my wit's end as to what designs I want to do. Hi, welcome back to Nails by Sora. This is me losing my mind because I am spending 6 days a week between work and school, and today was actually my last day at school before the winter holidays, or leading into the winter holidays. And my sister was visiting for 10 days after Thanksgiving, and my friend is coming from New York to visit. Hi, Devorah, if you're watching this. She will be here on the 28th through the 3rd, I believe, through the 2nd. And I don't, even with being out of school now, without driving myself absolutely bonkers, more so than I already am, I don't know how I can get all the videos done that I want to between now and the end of the year. I wanted to do several New Year's concepts, but I think I will just do these 5 nails unless I somehow find more time. But right now I'm just going to start off with a simple ombre using these 2 gorgeous flashlight colors from Daily Charm. The one I'm using right now is Anna, and the black one is Maleficent. So I'm putting Anna on the tip and Maleficent from the middle to the cuticle line, and I'm just going to ombre them together. Now I am using an ombre brush, but you don't have to. You can use an application brush. You can use a fine liner. You can use whatever brush makes you happy and makes it easier on you. So I'm going to do a couple of layers, just so that we can ombre them really well. All right, I'm going to give that a cure, and then we're going to go in with a second coat. All right, going in with our second coat. I forgot to use my stand, not that that necessarily matters, but I figure I have it, so I might as well use it. Why is this running all over? Oh, yeah, I went and I got a pedicure today, and the first time that this polish was used was on my toesies by a lovely nail tech that did a wonderful job, but apparently made a mess. So I'm just going to clean that up. So yes, going in with the second coat. And what I'm going to do with this coat is I'm going to cure just the top half. And lay it on a little bit thicker, but not too thick. I want it to actually cure properly. And then I'm going to do the copper glitter on the next run. I do want to pull this down a little bit to feather it out, so there's not a harsh line. And I'm going to do the same once I lay down Anna. All right, so this is what we have so far, and I'm just going to go in and top coat with Madam Glam's No Wipe top coat to give it a little bit of shine. And this is a really beautiful, pretty straightforward and simple New Year's manicure if you want a little bit of glitz and glamour. It's definitely going to give the glitz because it is a flashlight glitter, which means when the lights are low and the flashlights are on, the glitter will really sparkle. My application was not that great today. Trying to get that straight light line. I did end up doing 3 coats because I really wanted it to get the opacity up, because it is a bit transparent. but that's okay. I am starting on the second nail, and I started with 2 coats of Magnifique, which is Madame Glam's limited edition, although not so limited because it's been out for about 6 or 8 months now. Limited edition, what are they called? Nudes. There's 3 in the collection. I will link it down below. You've got Magnifique, you've got the Bliss, and then you've got Blush Rush. And I've got a hair on me. But I didn't feel it was necessary for you to see the application because it's just 2 coats of a solid color. And now I'm going to go in and put on a coat of Velvet Matte Top Coat so that I can do my design on top. So out of these 5 nails that I'm doing today, one of them will be part of the theme for my mani for New Year's. You'll have to put your guesses down below as to what it will be. That video will post after this one. So I'm going to give that a cure, and then we're going to go on with the design. So for this one, we're going to be cleaning our brush first because it is a wee bit stiff. We are going to be doing a French with our Maleficent because it is currently my favorite color. And I want to go pretty deep, but I want it to have kind of a pointed French design. All right, so we're going to bring it right down the side. We're going to match it as best as possible on the other side. And then we are going to fill it in with the bottle brush without getting it all over ourselves. All right, so I am going to do multiple coats of this, but if you do not want to waste your flashlight gel, you could always do a black background and then overlay the glitter. But I want to build up as much glitter as possible. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I will come back when all the layers are built up. All right, so I'm just gonna pull this closer to me, move some things out of the way. It's starting to get a little busy on my workspace, and I'm going to go in with an accent of black gel polish or black gel paint rather, from Madame Glam. Just going to thinly coat my brush so I can get as thin of a line as possible, and we're going to follow the line of the French all the way down and all the way back up. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. And then we're going to do a line right down the center. Is that crooked? That's probably a little crooked, but I'm a little crooked and I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, we're going to give that a little cure, and then we're going to add some gems. Did you hear that? Gems. I'm going to use gems. All right, so I want to use a large one, well, a larger one. And I want to use a smaller one. And I want to use teeny tiny ones. Or at least as teeny tiny as I have. All right, so we've got our gem glue from Melcart, and we've got our nail. And I'm going to use the fine applicator to place the glue. I'm just going to do a line down to about where I think the gems are going to land. I'm going to take the larger one for the center. Flip over. Flip, flip over. All right, so I think I want to leave the background matte. So I'm going to, I need to further encapsulate the rhinestone. So I'm going to go in and matte the whole nail, and then I'm going to go in and shiny top coat the rest, just to make things easier on myself. Now you want to make sure that if you're using rhinestones that have facets, that you don't polish over them. You just want to push the polish up against it. Because if you go over them, I know a lot of places do, but if you go over them, it's going to bloat the edges and make it less shiny. Okay, so this is something that I've just decided that I want to do. So excuse me while I get set up. I have this glow in the dark acrylic powder that I got. And I've been seeing something all over the internet where they use these little diamond, what do you call them? Sequins, glitters, and they just completely coat the nail with it. And I don't really want to do a background color, but I thought it would be fun if I put a layer of glow-in-the-dark acrylic powder on the nail, and then we'll see if it'll shine through, or at least shine through the gaps and make an interesting pattern in the dark. So this is something that's going to take a while, laying all these pieces. This is the other finished nail, by the way. So I want to get that layer of acrylic down, let that dry, and then we're going to start laying in our diamond glitters. So let me grab my brush. We're just going to put a very thin coat on because I don't want to bulk up the nail. All right, I'm going to set this aside and let it set up. And we're going to move on to the next nail, which I don't think I have an idea planned out for the next nail. All right, so I'm going to do something with gold and black. I'm going to open this very carefully because the inner chamber keeps popping out like so. And I'm going to start off with, do I want it black or do I want to add an accent color? Let's do this beautiful purple, which is Brew from Magpie Beauty. So I'm going to give it a good shake because I have a habit of not shaking my gels, and I have a really big problem with my Magpie Beauty gel polishes not curing properly. Could be the lamp, I'm not sure. I just got a brand new lamp. This one's from Zillabue. I've been using an off-brand from Amazon for the past year and a quarter or so. So we'll see if this works a little bit better with Zillabue. But I love this color. It's very plummy, very wintry, and it's got that perfect shimmer. So I'm going to do a few coats because it is semi-transparent, and then we'll come back for some line work. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the line work now, and I'm just going to do it in an abstract manner. I really don't have any plan in my head. I went on with a layer of velvet matte top coat just so that I could get the lines down easily. And I'm just going to do what I feel looks right. I switched to a shorter liner brush because I don't think I want to go all the way across the nail on any of the lines, and it's easier to control your line work when you're using brushes appropriate to the length of the line that you want to draw. I totally just zoned out, staring off into the distance while Christmas music played in the background. But now I'm going to go in and top coat so we can bring out the shine of that beautiful glitter behind. And then we're going to go backwards to our glow-in-the-dark acrylic nail so that we can lay in our diamond gems, our diamond glitters. Just going to run an extra bead down the center so that we can get a really nice straight light line. I'm gonna hang it upside down so that all of the gel will pool towards the apex. And then I'm going to give it a cure for 60 seconds. All right, so we've got our acrylic nail right here. And I am going to use my Crazy Top Coat by Jim B to lay down the gems. And the reason I'm using the top coat is because it dries no wipe, which means I won't have to worry about a tacky layer. Also, it is quite a bit thicker and it'll hold the gems better. I'm just going to start off with laying a coat down the center, and then I will add more once I get further down or further across the nail. All right, so I've got my gem picker and I've got my diamond crystals. I don't think there's any particular right side up. I can't tell. Yes, there is. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Because how much you want to bet they're all going to be upside down? So I'm going to just start laying them down the center, end to end, and then I will start putting them, you know, nesting them in side to side. I will be straightening them as I go. Yeah, there definitely is a right side up. That's a pain in the butt. I think I will end up top coating over them because if I have to flip them as I go, I'm going to wind up getting gel on the top. Stay up till late, share our secrets as we let go. No more illusions, no more standing still. I'm going to lay one on the end, and then I will file it or clip it once it's cured. Now they will start to shift, so you're going to have to keep an eye on it. I'm thinking I probably shouldn't have started off with so much gel on the nail. I'm going to try to finish the line on the right, and then I'm going to cure. So I'm going to wipe some of this gel off so I don't wind up with a lumpy nail. Let's scooch these over. Make sure they're as straight as possible. All right, I'm going to flash this. The problem is I used too much gel. All right, continuing on with less product on the nail. Just a very thin coating.
Let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide. Come closer so that we can be together.
All right, so we have half the nail done. I am going to fill in these corners here, but I want to get the other side done first. So we're going to speed through that now. I just want to break in and let you know a little something called, let you know about a little something, let's use all the words, called surface tension. So I've obviously sped up the video somewhat. And of course now I can't pick up the glitters. But I have not been curing since I started doing the other side of the nail. I have not been flash curing. I've just been going piece by piece, nesting them in, adjusting as I feel I need to, and then laying down the next tile. So the more glitters you have nesting up against each other, the more surface tension you have. They're kind of doing all the work for you and keeping each other in line. If you've got two pieces on a nail, there's nothing to stop them really from moving and adjusting themselves as they see fit. But the more you have next to each other, the more straight and in line they will stay. It's a physics thing. I don't know beyond the word surface tension and the basic functionality of it. I don't know why. But all I can say is the more pieces you can get lined up, even if they're not 100% where you want them at first, the easier it will be to keep laying down subsequent pieces without flash curing, because they will help keep each other straight. So I just wanted to let you know that. And you can see the speed at which I'm working at right now. It's going relatively quickly. With the, the odd piece that doesn't want to cooperate. But basically, once you get into a rhythm, it, just falls into place pretty easily. And I'm almost done with this side, and then I'm going to lay in those few pieces on the other side that I want to kind of line up along the edge. Turn over, turn over. Not that way, that way. Like these little diamond pieces on the side, I want to fill in. And then I will be top coating a thin layer as much as possible, because I do want some texture on the nail. I don't want it to be completely encapsulated, but I won't be able to clip the pieces on the edges unless they're really secure on the nail, because they're just gonna pop off as soon as I start filing otherwise. All right, well, this is our nail so far. You can tell obviously the gaps in the center are a little wider spaced than the ones on the sides, and that's because I put too much gel on the surface to start and it started spreading. But it's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be fun. So I'm going to go in with another layer of my no wipe top coat. Ideally, if you're going to do this on your nails, I would, seeing as how I'm going to end up having the top coat, I would have used a builder gel consistency or a style product. That way you're not putting no wipe top coat over a no wipe top coat, which could lead to lifting problems. But I'm just trying to smush in as much product as possible while still keeping some of the texture, because I did want that tiled texture on the nail. But I also want to make sure that I can trim around the edges.
Follow me out, down to the bay.
All right, I'm going to give this another 60-second cure, and then we're going to see about clipping the edges so that we have a smooth sidewall, cuticle edge, and free edge. So I'm going to be using my cuticle clippers to go ahead and clip off those edges as best as possible. All right, so I did end up going and fully encapsulating the glitters, and I don't think it really took anything away from it because you can still see the shine of the facets as I move the nail. But I do want to go in and smooth the edges, which I wouldn't have been able to do without fully encapsulating it, because it would have just continued to pull more crystals off. So I'm going to do this as best as I can without filing through my own nails. I've already had to touch them up because they started flaking off at work last night, because I did the layer of chrome underneath, and I found that usually that inhibits the top coat from really sticking well, especially if you work in an industry where your hands are always in and out of water, which I do. All right, now while that one is baking, I am going to start on the last nail, which is inspired by So Naillicious. They posted a, is it a video or a blog? Of 14 chic New Year's nail designs for every taste. I saw one that I really liked, so clearly it does appeal to everyone. And it's a clock striking or close to striking midnight, and it's covered in rhinestones of varying sizes to make it look kind of like champagne bubbles rising. So I'm going to do probably three exceedingly thin coats of black so that it cures properly, and then we're going to go in with the clock face and finish off with the rhinestones, and that's going to complete this video. All right, so now we're going to go in with the clock face, which is literally just a circle, and I'm going to be using my just want to make sure there's no black coming off. It may still come off, we'll see. Literally, it's not cured all the way. All right, so we've got a little wrinkling. I'm gonna see if we can get through this last nail with minor tragedies, but the clock face is literally just a half a circle because I'm not going to do the whole clock face. And I'm going to smooth out the white to cover. And then I will end up doing a few coats so that it is perfect bright white. I'm using gel paint. I could probably just use gel polish, but I don't want to. And there we go with the gray.
Winds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. We've earned it.
So, little anecdote for you, since we are going through it right now with improperly cured gel. I'm not worrying about it because I am working on a fake nail. And this is not going to see a person's finger. It's just for design purposes. But today in school, I was doing white on a client, white gel. And I laid the gel polish on a little bit too thick on her thumbs and it didn't cure. So it started bubbling up and I had to do a full removal of her thumbs and start over again. So when in doubt, always cure a little bit longer. Make sure your layers are really thin, especially with really opaque colors like white, black, yellow, colors that are notoriously difficult to cure. And if for whatever reason it doesn't cure, don't go over it with subsequent layers. Don't, top it and go, well, the top layer for the clear is going to cure, so it'll encapsulate it. No. No. Do a full removal and redo the nail, because if you give your client a gel allergy or yourself a gel allergy, they will not be happy and you will not be happy.
Touch us no more. We've earned it.
Okay, so now we're going to do a few things at once. And what I discovered, by the way, is that I may want to get a mirror or something for the bottom of my lamp, because since these nails are more curved than the natural nail, it's not getting, the light's not really curing the sides. So I held it in the lamp and I rotated it as it cured over the course of 2 minutes, but I shouldn't have to do that. It is a white base. It should be more than adequately reflective, but it's not. So I will see if I can find a mirror to bounce the lights for when I'm doing fake nails, because I have no trouble curing it when it's on my hand. It's just when it's on the lamp or on the fake nail. So anyway, I digress. I'm going to outline the clock in gold, but before it goes back into the lamp, I'm going to put in the clock face itself. I thought about using silver because we have used gold predominantly in these 5 nails, but champagne is not silver. Champagne is gold. And if I'm going to be putting rhinestones that replicate champagne bubbles, then I need to use gold.
What if we would join our forces? What a bliss.
All right. I did a French manicure without even realizing it. Wow. Alrighty then. I'm gonna clean off my brush. And I'm going to go in with the black. So we've got the number 12 up here.
Then I'll play something really slow and ask you to dance with me, even stay with me.
Then down at the bottom, we've got the number 6.
This place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the fullest.
for the last part of this manicure, I am just going to apply the rhinestones. So now I'm going to grab my rhinestone picker that I put away. And I'm going to be using my Lizette Gel Nails rhinestones that I got this year. And of course, I'm going to be using the champagne ones. So let me get this over here. I'm going to apply base coat to the entire nail. So my video is about to cut out because my phone died. I realized it right away and I plugged it in and thought I hit record, but apparently I didn't. So you're going to see it cut and all the rhinestones are magically on the nail. Basically just stuck them on in a random fashion so that they would mimic
like the
bubbles
face
rising.
is a little bare, and I was going in with black to add in the seconds and the minutes, but it didn't look right. So I think what I'm going to do is put on a coat of hot Ember, which is this beautiful chrome flake. So I'm going to lay down a thin coat over the clock face and see how it looks. And if I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I'll wipe it off. Do we like it? All right, so this is my first and possibly my only New Year's set or my New Year's design ideas. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more. As I said, this month is quite busy for me. I just don't know if I'm going to have the time. But if I do, then I will post more. I would lift these up, but I already took them off the nail stand and they're just propped on top of the stick. So I'm gonna see if I can zoom in. Oh, zoom out, zoom in. So you'll have to let me know what you think of these, which one is your favorite. I actually really like this one that I did. Was quite a process, but I think it came out quite well. Did bloat the nail a bit. It's a bit wider than I would like it, but it's the first time I'm doing anything like that, so that's how it came out. I did go and top coat over the rhinestones, as I said not to do, because it bloated the lines to a degree. Let me zoom back out. That it, zoom back in, to a degree that it made it actually look like champagne bubbles. It rounded out the edges and made them like bubbles or baubles. And I like the way it came out. So let me know which one you think I'm going to do for my personal New Year's mani. This one looks very dark right now, but it is not. It's beautiful plummy purple. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know which ones you would like to try out. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that should be. Have a wonderful, happy, joyous holiday season, a happy new year. All luck, love, and prosperity in the new year, and I will see you soon. Bye. Guys, so I completely forgot about the whole purpose of this nail, which was to make it glow, and boy does it glow. It's not even completely dark in this room. I've got light coming in from the hallway, and it's just amazing. I did pop it into my UV lamp to give it a burst of, you know, whatever energy, I guess UV energy it needs to glow. It will still glow without it, obviously, but it will start to wear off and it will need to be recharged, so to speak. But it kind of makes me think of snakeskin, but this came out so amazingly. I'm so happy with it. I do wish the center pieces were a little closer together, like on the sides, but that's no, ooh, this one forms a diamond. They all form diamonds, but that one's a little bit more apparent. But anyway, yeah, leaving you again now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Put any comments down below for if you have any comments or questions on the products or techniques that I employed in this video. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.